Good morning, everyone. I hope everybody had a good week. My apologies for missing out on the Wednesday read. I will work on making sure all 3 readings get up this coming week. Coming up. Okay. This is Treya Tarot, by the way. This is the collective reading for January 31st to February 2nd, 2025. I'm going to use the Morgan-Greer Tarot this morning because it's got my reversals in it. And I was in the mood for reversals. I've already shuffled and cut the deck, so we'll just get started. If you like these readings, please like, comment, subscribe, and ring the notification bell if you'd like to be notified when I upload a new one. And, tell me how you feel about the readings. Oh, interesting. Okay. All right, to start, the 4 of Cups upright is kind of this melancholy sensation, or at least that's what it's inspiring in me, this melancholy of a dream that has not been achieved, or that is kind of off in the clouds. This feels to me like the need to bring something, how do I say this? The need to bring an emotionally fulfilling dream into reality, and the distraction of that dream in the current, because the 3 of Cups that is still there, the celebration and the resources and collaboration that's there for you, is being ignored on some level for this principle or dream or idealism that hasn't been made manifest yet. So there's this sort of ignoring what is available to focus too much on something nebulous that hasn't kind of come into fruition. What's interesting to me is this Knight of Cups reversed, because the Knight of Cups reversed is almost, if you look at how the cards come together, it's almost mirroring that dream. So this Knight of Cups reversed signals to me that there might be a pause. Chariot too, but there might be a pause on a deeply held, emotionally centered goal, dream, feeling, need that would have required quite a bit of movement and change to achieve. So there's a pause to start. Okay. The World reversed. The World reversed. All right, there's a closing of an opportunity. Queen of Rods upright. I like that. There's a recentering on home. And then the Lovers reversed. Okay. A partnership or a choice point that overturns. I mean, the thing about or rather I'll say the interesting part about this is the Queen of Rods upright in the middle, with that Knight of Cups right above her head. So there's this, I don't want to use the word betrayal because I don't think that that's appropriate, but there's a underhandedness here, because someone isn't focusing on the love and collaboration and resource available to them to actually fulfill the need that's represented here in that dream. And so because they're doing that, they may be literally closing down opportunities that would have led them to that safe, secure, creatively passionate, creatively versatile space where they could have made some of this dream happen. But it's like they created, or not created, they made the choice to keep themselves somewhere instead of move on to a new space or move into a new space. And so there's a recentering that needs to happen. Getting back to the core of what home means. Getting back to the core of what it means to feel secure, and what it means to make movement happen from an organic place, from a place that doesn't feel forced. So this is very interesting, mostly because of the fact that the dream still remains, but what could have made it happen is now being rejected on some level. It seems to me, though, that with that 10 of Wands reversed, that this is maybe a necessary pause. This is a necessary reversal in an effort to put down something that doesn't need to be carried anymore. So it feels to me like, if, for those of you that are resonating with this, if you've recently experienced something where you've been disappointed, or where you have had to sort of put off something that you really wanted because it just didn't feel right, or it didn't work out, or there wasn't enough support that you could see for it. It seems to me that this was a necessary pause in this process, but it is a pause because with the Lovers reversed, there's almost this going backward to a sense of, I will not choose, I will not commit to whatever my dream is. And there's a reason for that, especially considering that that 10 of Wands shows up, because there's a burden interfering. There is a belief system interfering that's stagnating the movement. That 5 of Wands right there. What's interesting is that this feels very Wand-centered, in that it feels very much about pausing before movement. Yeah, consideration before movement. So again, this cup from this 4, this dream, this closely held idealism, it's in the Page again. The Page of Cups reversed, I'll say it this way, the Page of Cups upright asks you to think about whether or not something is actually fulfilling for you. It makes you, or it asks you to think about what feels true for your heart. Reversed, it's asking you to use what feels true to your heart as the antidote. So whatever this disappointment might have been, it's on pause. Okay? The situation's on pause, but it's on pause so that you can put down something that is getting in the way of the movement. You have to put down the burden and remember to get back to the thing that's most true to your heart, most true within you, because you're not going to get to this cup, this dream, if you're trying to achieve this while also still carrying all the baggage. So I find this kind of interesting, because this is almost a bit like appropriate for the end of the Mars retrograde. There might be a revision process. So whatever the lesson was that you learned over the past 2 months, once the end of February actually hits, over the course of the retrograde, whatever that lesson was, whatever the dream was that showed up for you, we'll have to process that through before we can make our movement. And we'll have to reconsider what is really true for us internally in our hearts. Because it seems like even though we have been working towards something over the past, I would say 30 to 60 days, this timeline of events almost seems out of place. So there's a lesson to be learned in processing through your baggage so that you can get to the thing you want. But it seems like the pace has to go slower. So, all right. Okay. 10 of Pentacles reversed. Wheel of Fortune reversed. Okay, so I'm going to read this. Interesting. 3 of Swords upright. So I've begun reading reversals, or seeing reversals, as an opportunity for healing. So, for instance, the 10 of Pentacles reversed would actually be in need of, the situation would be in need of what the upright position calls for or says. So there's a foundational stability implied there. With the reversal of the 10 of Pentacles, any instability you're feeling needs to be met with structure. It needs to be met with boundaries and support. The Wheel of Fortune reversed. This seems to be directly related to a cycle from the past. With that reversal, it's almost like the choice to end something will do more healing than letting it revolve around for another go. So there's this, keep in mind it's wands based, okay? So it's a dream that's being directly influenced by creativity, passion, focus, and movement. So slow down. This reading says slow down. Attend to your disappointment. Create structures that feel supportive. Let yourself end patterns. Don't repeat certain behaviors that you know just cause you more heartbreak. This is a pivotal time, I think. I do see that with that 3. Now, I will say this, the 3 of Swords gets a bad rap a lot of the time because people think it means a heartbreak is coming. I honestly think this is the issue to which we are attending. This is the thing that we're trying to avoid by going after what's in that 1 cup in the very first 4 of Cups card from the reading. We're attempting to avoid something that we already carry with us. 10 of Wands reversed. So if you are carrying around old heartbreak or old ideas about what will harm you, what makes you feel destabilized or insecure, if you are present right now with any of these themes, this is the chance to see past that pain. Slowing down and reconsidering what actually works for you or what you actually want versus what you think you should do or what you think is appropriate to do or what you think will keep you safe. All of those things will have to come up for reconsideration. But that 3 of Swords upright is the light behind the heartbreak. It's the light behind, the truth behind the things we tell ourselves that break our own hearts. So keep in mind that 3 of Swords, it's a mental card. It's an idea card. It's about thought. So this is how we break our own hearts here. This is the ways in which we keep ourselves from moving forward. That's coming up for revision and change. And I would guess that it probably has something to do with whatever the theme is from the entire time of the Mars retrograde. That's just my guess because of the way this is showing up. So slow down, take your time. Remember that you can end the cycle. You don't have to repeat the same experiences from the past. You don't have to meet the same end to any one particular situation, and you can have what it is you want the most. That dream, that cup you're holding onto, it's still there. It's still there and ready for manifestation and realization. It's just one last thing we have to put down first. Okay, well, I hope everybody has a good weekend and frees themselves at the same time from whatever burden they're carrying. And I will see you on Monday. See you soon.